11. My name's Todd. This is Kobe.
November
Right,
17th, 2015.
Got a whole lot of sports coming at you. It was a crazy weekend. I mean, if you weren't around, I don't know what the fuck you were doing.
Yeah, we have all sorts of stuff we got going. We got an action-packed NFL. We got, as everybody knows, we got UFC to talk about. Big upset there.
If you didn't know.
And then we got some more to come. We got a little bit of boxing. We got a little bit of college football. We're going to tell you the upsets about that. NHL record. And a little bit of everything. So thanks for joining. And
definitely. Yeah.
Here we
almost
come.
Forgot about you.
YouTube's rough.
YouTube. We're going. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and numb that out and let's get right into what we got to get into. Because it's about to get real, guys and ladies.
I'm going to go right into NFL. We had a bunch of interesting matchups this weekend. A couple upsets. Actually, a few upsets.
Yeah.
And an interesting subject in Denver.
Yeah, right off the bat. Peyton not looking good at all. He threw 4 picks. He only got sacked a couple times. 5 for 20, 35 yards. What is that? That's not Peyton Manning at all.
And what it was, obviously, is we have a torn, what's that called, a plantar?
Yeah.
Fascia, where
plantar fascia. Yeah, definitely.
But anyway, there's a
definitely.
tendon in the bottom of the foot. Right?
Yeah.
Todd knows a little more than...
Yeah, and man, if that's even irritated at all, it's hard to walk. And let alone if it's torn. He's not planting off that foot. Those throws look bad.
Probably going to be out for probably, a month? If he can just...
He's got a shoulder issue. He's got an ankle issue. He's got a bunch of different little issues.
It might be the best thing for him, though, right now because of... like you said, he had a bunch of injuries.
Yeah.
I think this Brock Osweiler, I think he can get in there and maybe can get him until he gets healthy. All they need is get him healthy until the playoffs. Then they got enough lead there in the division where I think they can.
All I'm saying is, thank God they got the lead, 7-2 right now. If they didn't have that, Denver should be worrying. But Denver should still be worrying. I don't think he's going to come in there and immediately get that offense rolling. I think it's going to be a little bit of experiment.
Well, the defense, Kansas City, all of a sudden put up all those points on.
And if Kansas City's offense is putting that up?
Well, they were minus Talib because of freaking that suspension when he poked him in the eye. I remember Talib had him suspended, but still, nevertheless, you can't be giving up that many points. At home, wasn't it? Denver was at home, so there's question marks all around Denver.
That defense is like, what's going on? And if he's that important, that defense, that's some big things.
But Brock, he came in there 14-24, a touchdown. He got sacked 3 times. Had an interception in a key when they're in the red zone there. But he's a big boy, 6'8", 200 whatever. He can be, almost like a Big Ben type with this offense, minus Emmanuel Sanders because he got a concussion, I think, there. He got Brock pretty good. And I'm not sure his status. I didn't even look that up. But he's could be probably questionable coming in next week. Yeah. But that's going to be
definitely question marks surrounding Denver. Right
Denver, now. But another thing they need to get going is the running game. Like I understand they had C.J. Anderson with a couple carries, and Holman just had 7 or 8 carries. Yeah. That's putting too much pressure on the offensive line and the quarterback.
Yeah. Nonetheless. And the big overwhelming story here, all that missed, is Peyton Manning done? I don't necessarily believe he's done for the season, but I believe that this is probably his last year.
I think so
NFL.
too. I think that's comfortable to say. Yeah. Unfortunately,
that performance is just.
Well, he thought he was better shape than he was. I think. Yeah. He even admitted he probably shouldn't have.
The mind is telling him okay. But the body was just not there for it.
Yeah.
But that's definitely question marks around Denver right now. We'll see what's going on in their future.
Next topic, we got New England. Suffered a big blow in the really close win in New York.
Yeah.
10
Giants
10
have
points
always
down.
seem to have their number.
Yeah, he sacked him 3 times or
Yeah.
so, and really, like I said, you got him number, especially there at MetLife. But yeah, they had lost Edelman due to a freaking broken ankle. Once again, he's my fantasy football team, which that doesn't matter.
And he is done.
He is done.
Yeah.
But the question is, are they going to, in the long run, are injuries going to catch up with this team? They lost their prize their Dion Lewis, their running back, and now Edelman. But we got a couple guys, and obviously Amendola.
Yeah.
Gronk's always there.
Yeah. LaFell. They need to pick up their game is what's going on for New
Blunt.
England.
They got to get the running game going. Everybody just got to...
These wide receivers got to pick it up.
But their defense...
LaFell has been having a lot of drops, and he did decently, on the last game. But, the production's got to pick up, and Amendola is going to be a new
10
target
catches.
now.
10 catches that last game.
Yeah. So that's going to be a big target if you're on your fantasy
Any
waiver
fantasy games
right
out
now.
there.
If you're high up there, better pick him up tonight. Put him on the waiver wire.
Next subject, Green Bay. What?
Yeah.
They suffered their
3 in a row.
Their 3rd in a row, and now they have to go to the new division leader, Minnesota.
Yeah.
Which Minnesota's... Thanks for joining Periscope.
Heck yeah, thanks for joining in.
And so that's going to be a big question mark there.
Yeah.
Is can they, where they're not comfortable playing is away from Lambeau.
Yeah, and Peterson's been playing really good. He's on pace to
200 yards
that,
for the first time in a while against Oakland.
And then not even after that, they play Chicago at Lambeau. They go to Detroit, and then they play Dallas at Lambeau, and then at Carolina, at Arizona, and then they play Minnesota again in Lambeau. So, I mean, they have a decently rough schedule ahead of them. They really, they need to go. They need to win some games here.
Well, what needs to happen is Mr. Aaron Rodgers. He was always... Wi-Fi not working good?
What's going on?
Oh, no. I think our feed's not probably good. But Rodgers there, he was having a problem with his accuracy. He was overthrowing guys. He even admitted that he overthrown, or he had a bunch of ones that got away from him, I guess he said. This time of the year, well, especially with their injuries and stuff, they can't afford... he's like one of the best accurate passers in the game.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, when the team needs him most, he's trying to at times forcing stuff in the pocket instead of sitting there and delivering. Try rolling out, and that's when he gets in trouble and gets sacked.
I think he only had they had Starks with 42, 15 rushes.
That's another thing. Lacey wasn't even playing.
Yeah.
Lacey's
out.
Obviously, as everybody knows, then you got to get the running game going.
And they're relying a lot on the pass, and they just can't get it rolling the last 3 games.
But they do. Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, so I think we both probably agree that they're going to get it.
Yeah, they should get it going. They should go into Minnesota.
This game here, this is going to be a really close game, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be a big game.
I'm
really
looking forward to
watch,
it.
Really.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely. That'll be definitely one to circle on your calendar right there.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
What an interesting story there.
Yeah.
Big Ben comes off the bench. Oh, man.
Just sitting on the bench, not wanting to stress that ankle or that foot, and needed
forced
to.
into action.
Yeah, got forced into action. It comes out there 22 for 33, 379 yards, 3 TDs.
Jeez.
He did have a pick and only sacked 1 time.
Yeah, that's
pretty decent stats for a guy that's a backup.
Against Cleveland.
He set some records that for just like the most yards for a backup or whatever.
Well, Brown, he got back into things in a big way. Man, he had over 150 yards at halftime, I think it was.
Oh, yeah. Brown, the last couple of weeks has been sensational. He had that career night, a few nights ago. And
he did that front flip. See that front flip? That was awesome.
I guarantee Pittsburgh's like, don't ever do that again. You're going to rupture like Achilles or something, and that's not going to be what we want.
David Wilson, the guy from the Giants a few years back, did backflips, and the Giants like, don't ever. do that.
Yeah. The running game wasn't quite, as present as it normally is. Williams didn't have quite as many yards as he normally does, but I'm assuming that's going to turn around. They do go to Seattle, though, the next game. It's going to be Pittsburgh at Seattle.
Man, that's going to be a good one. Game. That's a 2006 rematch Super Bowl.
We've got a hot topic about that in here in just a second, but yeah, they're going to go straight into Seattle. They're going to go play Indiana at home, and then they're going to go at Cincinnati, Denver at home, and then at Baltimore and Cleveland, and then at Cleveland.
So they go division to finish it up.
Yeah.
Huh.
So not the easiest of schedules, but we got some doable games in there, and this would be a big test if they can go into Seattle, a reeling Seattle. Seattle seems to the defense seems to be giving up some serious points right now. Did you ever think about the Legion of Boom giving up 39 points?
Well, when they had to start paying the, like we talked before, when they decided to pay other people.
Start going off, yeah. But still, the defense is better than 39 points, so we will definitely have to see if Pittsburgh can do it.
And that kind of goes in our next topic is what is going on in Seattle?
Is Seattle done? Are they out of the hunt?
They give up their center, Unger, to go the big star wideout, Jimmy Graham.
And now Russell Wilson's he's just running all over the place.
Yeah.
He doesn't have time to throw.
That's like taking a heart.
Yeah, your Wi-Fi fucking sucks, brother. Sorry about that, Periscope world. But nonetheless,
check out the replay on YouTube. I'm sorry.
Check the replay out on YouTube.
And he's out.
But yeah, nonetheless.
Seattle.
Are they done?
Do we have any games
for Russell?
Any games coming up with Seattle?
Oh, they play San Francisco.
San Francisco coming up week, so that's a good game to
Thanks for joining. Yeah,
and get things going.
I think that's a good rebound game. They need to get it going, but realistically, they need to win a lot of games.
Well, look out for Blaine Gabbert. Look out for Blaine Gabbert and those 49ers. All of a sudden, Kaepernick is sitting on the sidelines. How crazy is that?
Yeah.
But
in all honesty, they got to go about 6-1 in their upcoming schedule if they want to stay with the pack.
Well, depends. Have to snag a wild card. I think Arizona's playing some. They're looking to. I think they're probably in the first couple three.
Same person over and over again. It just keeps popping in here like a fucking crazy.
But Negus went out. So we got. The next one will be Dallas.
Yeah.
Dallas is Romo coming back against Miami. Is that going to be enough to save their season? They're down.
Romo's obviously a big key to that. Sorry, we had to shut down Periscope. Apparently, the feed is not going too well, but nonetheless,
I should have started my recording.
No, you're good. But nonetheless, let's get right.
It's always the Right Guy Sports Talk is always that uncut, unedited.
Yeah.
Stuff happens.
Stuff definitely happens.
We're trying to run Periscope to you and everything, but I'm sure everybody understands that. But anyways, we're going to be back at it with Dallas. Man, I think, if we look at the NFC East picture here, with the Giants getting snubbed there at the finish line by New England in horse racing terms. The Giants still 5-5. Philadelphia 4-5. Philadelphia they were jumping all over Miami.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden Bradford got knocked in. He was looking like he felt like he was back in Oklahoma. He's sitting there at the shoulder.
Yeah.
And Washington, big win, obviously.
Yeah, a huge one.
Huge win.
Offense just all of a sudden came just alive,
I thought New Orleans was going to have a little something. Yeah. Their defense is horrible.
Yeah.
The worst defense Ryan got the cut, defense coordinator from New Orleans. That should have happened a long time ago. But if anything, I think Breeze would have outdueled Cousins, and that was not the case.
Not
They
even close.
just jumped all over them early, and that was it.
And Washington defense to hell.
Mm-hmm. Washington defense, yeah, they're still not a bad defense at all there. And then we have Dallas sitting here at 2-7, so they're going to be sitting in the pack here, but with a lot of division games. So that's how they're gonna get back into things.
Yeah.
But is Romo gonna save the season?
He definitely makes a big difference.
It makes a big difference, but I don't know. I think
it turns that team from a 2-7 team to a winning team. He's better than what they're working with right now.
They dropped.
We got Whedon's out.
Whedon.
Yeah.
He's back in Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's gonna be a decent time, but we'll see how that goes. Get straight into what do you think about Johnny Football?
Johnny Football. That's where we were kind of talking about that.
Yeah. Even though they lost against Pittsburgh, they did make a couple runs there, and if it wasn't called back for penalties, that game might have been a lot closer than it.
The offensive line was playing ridiculous. Every time they would do 5-7 yard play, offense would get rolling, holding.
Yeah.
77 offense.
Yeah.
It's like unbelievable.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So it's just like
little hands in the face.
Yeah, it's like what is going on?
There's always something. And Johnny Football was playing actually some good football.
Yeah.
He
had a running TD that got turned back. He had a passing TD that I don't know what the heck the receiver is doing, but just didn't catch it. Hit him right in the gloves. Boom, off his hands. Honestly, his stat line should be even a lot better than that. He scored a touchdown twice on the same drive. Got called back twice, and needless in the third attempt didn't really turn out too awesome. But
yeah,
he's had forcing things in there.
I think that's a good idea to do it because you have to see what you have.
Yeah.
In Johnny Football, you have to give him a chance.
Yeah. If he can put up 370 yards. I
think I don't know. I think he can if he can stay smart, not trying to take on linebackers and trying to get more yards and get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I think if he could stay smart, I think he can. Everybody says, we can try to be like a Russell Wilson type.
Yeah.
No, I don't think
he's
not going to be Russell Wilson, but I think because he's kind of Romo type, how he makes plays out of kind of nothing. But I don't know.
He's got to get some weapons. That's just what needs to happen.
You're as good as your crew there.
He doesn't have anybody to throw it to, really. Mm-hmm. So, I think it's a good thing for Johnny that he's going to get that starting role, and we'll see if I'm a fan. I think he proves people wrong and does pretty decent.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say he's a superstar.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I think he does pretty good.
That would be kind of. Far.
Yeah.
But is that all for NFL?
I think so, sir.
All right, so UFC 193.
Oh my goodness!
It took place in Australia, Melbourne, Australia. Man, oh man. We'll go through Bigfoot Silva, Mark Hunt. Mark Hunt dropped him in the first round, and it was Fight of the Year, a rematch of Fight of the Year, and they ended up. Was a quick first round stoppage. Then the second fight, Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Yeah, Jędrzejczyk.
Took out Valerie Letourneau.
Yeah,
but Valerie Letourneau was in a gut effort.
Yeah,
went all 5 rounds with her.
She definitely did. She
took a beating. Her leg looked like.
And Dana White was talking about on the Joe Rogan podcast that her eye was just nasty.
Yeah, her eye afterwards. And her leg looks like she got beat with a bat. And but she freaking gutted it out. I mean, that's a tough chick right there.
And then we got to the main
event. Yeah.
Wow. I knew Holly Holmes was going to give a test, and I did not see a knockout. I thought I'd see in 5 rounds here. I thought if she was going to push, she was going to push some rounds, and
that's how I thought if she was going to win, she was going to outbox her for 5 rounds.
That's what I thought. And she started landing first. She landed more than Rousey, and then,
she realized that she could not defend her left hand or defend too much of anything.
And then they went to second round, and it got real quick. And oh my goodness! And then that knockout. Oh wow! And
set her with the left leg kick. That's what she was doing.
Every media circuit blew up pretty much. I mean, anywhere you were looking.
Well, everybody, because the way Ronda does carry herself is kind of setting herself up for stuff like that. She and maybe not all her fault. Why is she doing the stuff like? Yeah, she's the champion, but like you don't see Fabricio Verdum going on late night shows, freaking hair
she's
all
more
crazy.
Than that. That's why she's the number. That's why she's the attraction there. That's the UFC one of UFC's main attractions.
They just build her up to this biggest thing, and it's like
that's what they're making their money in. That's what brings their money in. That's
she hasn't fought anybody.
That's why Richie Doom doesn't break no records. He's gonna. Who's he fighting?
But she's doing her movies and everything. She took
Kane.
Kane's fighting. Yeah, that's the next one.
Kane or Doom again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kane's gonna whoop his ass. You watch.
That's gonna be a fun fight. But back to Ronda, I think they build these, build her up to this thing, and it's like, has she fought Cyborg? No, because I don't think UFC wants her to fight Cyborg.
But she murdered everybody else in her division.
That's not okay.
Murdered.
But she has to kill herself to get to 135, and like she's not. I think
that's the build up, man. They got to build that up, and they hyped her up, and people hooked and
just like Anderson Silva.
Just like Anderson, yeah. It's the greatest fighter in the world. And people are going to, like, what? Greatest fighter in the world? Watching, she just beat people up in
all of a sudden,
seconds, and people are
she looked like the amateur.
On the hype train. Everybody's on the hype train. It's like, oh, yeah, man, she's beating people up in seconds.
All of a sudden, she looks like an amateur in there with Holly.
Yeah, that's what, I mean, you see these videos on YouTube and all this shit, and she's, like, punching and all this crap, and everybody's like, oh, my goodness, her boxing's so good. And then Holly Holmes, who is a boxer, dominated it. She dominated it.
It was
the craziest thing.
It did, and like I said, she
oh my goodness,
started getting hit, and she just started flying in there amateur wise, and she hit her a couple times, but.
And then Holly took her down, which I thought was Ronda thought like, there's no way I'm going to be able to take this chick down, and that was just wow. And the leg kick, and it was over. I was like, wow.
What was the big surprise was, because Holly Holm, she fought Raquel Pennington. Took her all 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Didn't really do too much damage to her at all.
Mm-hmm.
Raquel Pennington, I think she beat her pretty single-handedly, but not. I mean, like you at that time, you like Ronda for sure. Like you guys, like that might maybe down the line, but Winklejohn. What's other coach? Jackson.
For Holly Holm?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jackson Winklejohn. Those guys got that plan, and she followed that plan. She just sat there, waited. She come flying in there, and even before that, when she was kind of being aggressive, she was just flying that left hand, and she had no
pop.
Ronda was not
when she got real
she
close,
wasn't going side to
side.
side.
She did the fucking bow,
elbow.
And it's like, wow, oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was definitely surprising.
Yeah,
to say the least.
Yeah.
And next question will be, what's next for her? Obviously
for Ronda.
For Ronda's going to be taking. She has to do a movie.
She said she's taking a break, and she's going to do that.
She's not going to fight until UFC 200 in June or July.
That's for as far as anybody knows. That's what's going to go on.
But Holly Holm says she wants to fight soon. So
yeah, so she'll be fighting somebody. I'm assuming.
We have a couple. Julia Pena is out there.
Or do you think it's Misha? They throw Misha right in there.
Cyborg. I think her next fight's at 140. That'd be always interesting. I think that would be the best matchup right now.
Yeah, I don't think Cyborg.
2 stand-up fighters.
I don't think she comes in there. I think they give her a Misha Tate or something like that.
I think Cupcake will be cupcake that fucking night. I think.
I pick Holly Holm.
She's good, but
Holly Holmes looks like a monster in that fight. So I think her momentum and her hype is she's getting started, and I think she knows that she's pretty bad now, and she's gonna come in there looking to knock people out. Because she came in a little hesitant. She was hesitant. She didn't want to make the big moves and maybe get hit herself.
Because it takes 1 second and you're on your back and your fucking arm is broke. But I think she just sees the moment, and she even pulled out of almost
she
Ronda.
Just Ronda like that.
Remember Ronda got her back there for a little second, and she was calm and got out of it.
Got right out.
Took her down. It was a stunning performance.
Yeah.
And that's going to go into our next.
Yeah, they'll wake you up real quick.
Our next subject, we're going to be going into biggest upsets in UFC history. We have all sorts of them, and we're going to go through them, kind of talk about them a little bit here in the next few minutes. Matt Serra over George St. Pierre might be number one on my list. Even over this Holly Holm one. I think it's a big upset, but this Matt Serra had to win the Ultimate Fighter, to even get the shot. It's not like he, won a bunch of fights and then earned it or anything. He just won. Well, I guess winning that tournament is a good accomplishment, but like to get a title shot, that was a crazy. I remember it was him and Luter. Luter won and got Anderson Silva and then missed weight, and it was a different story. But anyway, so that was Matt Serra ended up going against GSP. GSP was going to box with him. Mm-hmm. He could easily wrestle him down and probably whoop his ass, which he did in the second one.
The only reason I would rank this current one over that is because of the amount of people that were watching it. This is the set records. That means they're just more. There was
50, 70?
That means there are more people gambling or putting bets on this game than there were. And those lines were crazy.
I heard Vegas got tore up. Vegas got tore up because it was.
They were telling people they needed to wait because they didn't have the money in vaults and stuff like that. It's like, that's intense.
Well, because, it was a.
That one dude won
$100 went. You put $100 down, you're winning 600. I think it was 6-1. Was it pretty good odds? Even if you're putting $20, that's good money. But anyway, Fabricio Verdum versus Fedor Emelianenko. Strike Force. I guess that's not even UFC, but anyway, that was a great one. Fedor was untarnished for the most part until he fought him. Got caught in a triangle. Great fight. Anderson Silva, Weidman.
Yeah.
Great fight.
Yeah.
Weidman, great contender. Yeah. He was not. This is gonna be a tough fight for Anderson, but it was nothing like we.
Yeah. And Anderson got super cocky and doing all this dumb stuff, and then got nailed.
Yeah, that was a wild, memorable
come back
fight.
Into the next fight, and got his leg broken in half. It was like, and Weidman obviously proved that he's the real deal. Man, he's fought some tough opponents, and I can't wait to see him fight Luke Rockhold.
That's going to be just as big as. Well, I'm not going to say it's just. It's not going to be just as big.
That card's going to be probably bigger, honestly. That card's probably going to be bigger, and that's December, I believe, 13th or something like that.
Oh man, I can't wait.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
But that Weidman Rockhold, it's not as big as the main event, but it's up there. I'm still looking forward to that fight.
Yeah.
Another one I was looking at is Forrest versus Shogun. When Shogun came into the UFC in Pride, he's like number one light heavyweight. Forrest was just a rough, fight anybody type of guy. Shogun came in like he came in gassed almost.
Yeah.
Or not coming gassed. He came in gassed easily, and Forrest took advantage of him, got the rear naked choke, submitted him of all things.
Yeah.
Pretty wild. Back in the day, UFC 76. Holy smoke. And we are at 193.
Yeah, way back in the day.
You want to go back in the day? UFC 70. Mirko Krokop. Gabriel Gonzaga. They were setting up Randy Couture, the champion at the time, old school. Pretty much set Krokop to fight Randy Couture. And Gonzaga had other plans. Mm-hmm. As you remember, he finished with the high leg kick, which Krokop was famous for, and dropping him, and like you were saying earlier,
his leg all twisted up. It was a nasty fall after that knockout.
UFC 70, 2008.
Yeah,
I remember that was yesterday.
I do. That fight. I can't believe it was that bad.
834.
Yeah.
Shout out. Yeah. But DJ Dillashaw and
Renan Barão.
Renan Barão.
Yeah. That was that's a big upset too. Nobody thought
at the time
TJ had a chance at all.
At the time, it was a big upset. I think we watched it down at 40s, didn't we? Or no, we did it.
I don't know.
I can't remember where we watched it, but anyway, he came out and ended up finishing him, and it was Barral. They like I talked about earlier. They kind of Dana and everybody else is putting him on a platform where he was the best fighter.
Yeah, like this guy could be better than Aldo and all this stuff, and
yep, they had other plans.
Yeah,
and he beat him even more decisively.
Yeah, the second time, and it's just like, no, this guy's not. You know.
BJ Penn, Frankie Edgar. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was a big.
That was when BJ Penn was in his prime.
Yeah.
He was taking Diego Sanchez out, wiping his gloves off,
I couldn't believe it.
Tearing up Joe Daddy Stevenson. That was the best BJ Penn ever.
Great fight.
And that was almost kind of I wouldn't say the demise, but somewhere on that line. The downward spiral for old BJ Penn. When Frankie Edgar met him in Dubai, I have this poster up there. It's right there. Mm-hmm. Anderson Silva, Damian Maia, BJ Penn, Edgar, and Hughes and Gracie. Anyway, I remember it was yesterday. Abu Dhabi. That's what it was. But yeah, Frankie Edgar came out, and BJ Penn all of a sudden looked just like couldn't do anything. Frankie just bounced all over him and hit him when he could, took him down when he wanted to, and like I said, Ben was taking people out, and everybody knew that it was going to be a tough fight, but that was a pretty big upset in my mind. That was kind of be that. And going into boxing Saturday, we have a big HBO pay-per-view. Miguel Cotto, one of the boxing's top attractions, going up against another top attraction, Canelo Alvarez.
Oh, man.
Yeah, for the well, there was some stuff going down today that Miguel Cotto, he had the title, but he was never fighting at 160. He's contracted at 155. He beat the guy, but it was like he came in all light. But anyways, it's a big old story I could tell. But anyways, he can't win the title pretty much. Canelo, if he wins, he'll get the title. But those are two. Cotto, he fought Mayweather. He fought Pacquiao. He fought, some say that he kind of gave the toughest matchup for Floyd. And so the Canelo Alvarez, he fought Floyd. That was the second best pay-per-view buy before the Pacquiao. So this is two of the best guys, two of the best in the boxing going on this Saturday. And more MMA. Actually, you know what? We're just going to go straight into... We're getting into half hour. We'll go in. NHL tonight, I have a couple picks. Pittsburgh against Minnesota. We got Pittsburgh. And San Jose.
Definitely.
We got a crazy person there. Anyways, we have a record of 4-4 so far, and so that pretty much
after the NHL.
Be it for the NHL. Yeah,
definitely. We go right into NBA. It's been it's just a start of the season right now. We haven't really got into the meat and the potatoes of it. So far, good start. Golden State, wow. Steph Curry, wow. Right now, he's just leading the league and everything. And we did have a pick out there. We got New York +1. They're playing the Charlotte Hornets tonight. Other than that, I think that's all we got for you.
Sunday's picks, real quick. We had New York Giants +7. We got the win on that. Chicago Bears +7. Got the win on that.
Yeah.
And got the loss on Denver, unfortunately. I got wrapped up in that.
They gave it too many points. They're not necessarily ever give it that many points. So next week we'll come at you with some more picks.
I'll read the info, the report quick.
I'll go for it.
As we let's our outro here. We forgot to say
we got it right here. The IR.
The IR report. Yeah, Peyton in his foot. Victor Cruz is done. This is calf. Bradford, grade 2 sprain, and he got knocked silly because he's in Philly. Oh shit!
And then we got Julian Edelman, broken foot, out. Maybe playoffs. Who knows? Definitely out for the season if you're a fantasy owner.
Definitely.
Fantasy owners. Armadillo. Check him out. He's like 70% of the league. He's usually still available. Hakeem Nicks is getting signed by the Giants.
Oh yeah.
Big look out there. Put him on your watch list. See what's going to go on. Nonetheless, we are the right guys. Bring it up. Yeah. Go ahead and add us up. We're the right guys. My name's Todd.